All right, Devin, what we're going to work on today, we're going to work on our abdominals. And there are millions of different ways to do ab exercises. You can use machines, you can use bands, you can use balls. Right now I'm just going to show you a couple of the very basic ones, okay? And when we're talking about abs, we don't just have one big ab. We have your rectus abdominis and we also have your obliques as well as your transverse abdominis, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple of exercises that'll work those. So let's bring it down to the ground. And your very basic curl up that you'll see all the time in the gym, you're just going to have your feet planted on the ground, your knees are bent, you're going to lay back, and I'll show you what people do wrong first. First thing they'll do is they'll try to jerk their neck, all right? You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you just lay your hand lightly in your neck and that all the work is coming from your core or your abs, okay? You're going to exhale coming up and inhale coming down. And we're not going to do a full sit-up, we're just going to do a basic curl-up, okay? So just like everything else, you go nice and slow and controlled. So you're going to exhale up, bringing your shoulders up off the ground, and then coming back down. You want to make sure that you keep your lower back flat into the ground so that that keeps that injury-free. Another exercise that you may have seen is where your hands are down by your side and your feet are straight up in the air and you're lifting your hips straight up. A modified version of this would be with knees bent and where you roll up like that, okay? Or here, lifting up. Another exercise you've probably seen or heard of a million times is the bicycle. And I'll show you what everyone does wrong all the time first. They'll bring their hands to their head and they'll just do this, right? What you don't want to do is keep your legs here. You want to extend the legs out as much as you can. If you need to modify, you can certainly bring your legs in a little bit farther. You really want to think about bringing your shoulder up and over to that opposite knee so that you're really engaging the obliques, okay? And it's slow and controlled, so I'm not wobbling all over the place. I'm exhaling, inhaling, pause, and back, okay? My goal is to have my leg as low and as straight as possible, but once again, if that's not possible, if you feel your back popping up a lot, go ahead and raise your leg and that'll bring your lower back into the ground, okay? All right, so today, I'm just gonna have you do the very basic curl up. Would you like to start with that?
Yes.
All right, great. So go ahead, your feet are planted, your knees are bent. Good job. Your lower back's into the ground. Whenever you're doing any ab exercises, you wanna think about pulling your belly button in and keeping that core tight, okay? Go ahead and put your hands behind your head. Remember, you're just resting your head in your hands. You're not pulling on it. All the work's gonna be done right here. Whenever you're ready. Exhale, inhale. Perfect. I really like how you're going nice and slow. And back down. Great. Good job. 4, 5. Excellent job. Make sure you're exhaling. Good. Can you give me a couple more? Don't pull on that neck. Give me one more. Make sure you're exhaling. And 10. Great. How did that feel? Could you feel the work in your abs?
Yep.
Wonderful.